You know, it is very, very hard if you are already in the Apple ecosystem to go out of it. Because this, my friend, just came to me for a recommendation. We did agree that he was going to get a Samsung. But in the next morning, like the next day, guess what this guy did? He got this phone. Okay, he had 300,000 naira budget, so I recommended him Galaxy S20 FE. That is going to be a powerful driver. He likes game. So then he went for iPhone 11. I was kind of wondering why he made this decision. I had iPhone 11 for some times too, but I have never compared it with the Galaxy S20 FE side by side. But if you are also in this situation, you want to choose between these two devices, this is a full comparison video between these two phones. I would say they are budget phones to get in 2025. So since I'm outside, I'm going to start with the camera. So let's go. Starting with the front facing camera, honestly, this wasn't what I expected. The selfie camera has been one of the strong points of the Galaxy S20 FE, but now iPhone 11 seems to be doing even better. Think about it, a 32 megapixel sensor on the S20 FE versus a 12 megapixel on the iPhone. Yet somehow iPhone just gets it right. The color accuracy, the image quality, and especially the smoothness of the video I recorded from the front facing camera. It is just impressive. It feels like Apple really understands what is going on. Don't get me wrong, Galaxy S20 FE still holds its own and does a decent job, but iPhone clearly has the edge when it comes to overall selfie and video experience on the front. Yes, I did say overall selfie experience, and here is why. If you take a look at these photos, you see that Apple really understands what is going on. The color of my shirt, the natural look, it just feels right. This is how I actually look. The skin tone, the color accuracy, Apple nails it. Meanwhile, Samsung is out there processing my photo like crazy, smoothing my face in a way I didn't ask for. It's almost like it is trying too hard. Although I wasn't expecting it, I have to give it to Apple. When it comes to the front-facing camera, both photo and video, iPhone takes the win. Switching to the rear camera, this one is a bit tricky. I can't say one is clearly better than other. If I shown the same photo or the same video to a group of people, some will prefer Samsung while others will lean toward iPhone. When it comes to shooting video with the rear camera on both devices, they are both really impressive. The sharpness is there, the overall video quality is top notch. Using the ultra wide lens, both phones performed well at 1x, 3x, and even up to 5x zoom. The results are solid. iPhone 11 cannot go beyond 5x because it lacks a dedicated telephoto lens. That is where Samsung take the lead. S20 FE comes with a 16 megapixel telephoto sensor and it can zoom all the way up to 30x. The 10x zoom shot from the S20 is cleaner, smoother, holds up surprisingly well with high zoom level. When it comes to zoom and telephoto performance, I've got to give this one to Samsung. Another major point in this comparison is the display, and honestly the display on these two devices are very, very different. On the iPhone you get a 6.1-inch LCD panel with a resolution of 1828 by 1792 pixel at a peak brightness of 625 nits. On the other hand, the Galaxy S20 FE comes with a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED display featuring a Full HD plus 1080p resolution with a buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate. The exact brightness in it isn't officially specified. Just looking at the specs on the paper, you can tell Samsung is offering more advanced display technology here. The Super AMOLED panel is sharper than LCD with richer colors. Reds look really red, blacks are deep and inky, and everything just pumps beautifully on the screen. And when you add the 120Hz refresh rate and the large screen size, it is clear that Samsung takes the win in the display department. An area where I have to give credit to iPhone is the brightness and outdoor visibility. Despite Samsung Galaxy S20 FE having a more advanced display, the iPhone 11 actually performs better outdoors. It gets noticeably brighter. Even under direct sunlight, the screen remains more visible and easy to read. Before we move to the performance and the good stuff, there is another important aspect that we need to talk about. That is the build quality and the design. Design, of course, is subjective. What looks good to me might not appeal to you. It is totally fine. But when it comes to build quality, iPhone 11 clearly stand out. It features glass both front and the back, giving it more premium and solid feel. It's also FER, which adds to the sense of durability. You can hold it confidently without feeling like it will slip out of your hand easily. Galaxy S20 FE on the other hand goes for more lightweight build. It uses Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, plastic on the back, aluminum frame. Why that make it lighter and easy to carry, it doesn't feel as solid or as premium as the iPhone. In fact, because it is slimmer and lighter, it feels like it could accidentally slip from your hand if you are not careful. Both devices are IP68 certified, which means they can survive underwater at depth of up to 1.5 meter for 30 minutes. When it comes to build quality, I have to give it to iPhone 11. It just feels more solid and more premium, more durable. I won't exactly say that iPhone 11 is more durable overall, because honestly, plastic is actually more durable than glass in real world usage. I can definitely argue that point. If you drop a phone with glass back, there is a high chance it will crack. So with the S20 FE's plastic back, you are less likely to see that kind of damage. That said, one design choice I really appreciate on the S20 FE is the punch hole front camera. It is clean, modern, it doesn't eat into the screen like the notch on the iPhone 11. For me, it's a big win in terms of screen design. But overall, when we are talking about premium build quality, the material used, how solid a device feels in the hand, and that more refined finish, I will give it to iPhone, even though S20 FE brings fewer practical advantages on the table. Now to the performance. This is a part a lot of people have been waiting for, and I'm going to be honest with you. The A13 Bionic chip on the iPhone 11 is a beast. When comparing both devices in terms of raw performance, iPhone 11 consistently came out on the top. S20 FE runs the Snapdragon 865, which also supports 5G unlike the A13 Bionic chip. But when it comes down to actual day-to-day performance, the A13 just handles things better. Call of Duty Mobile, for example, I tested the game on both devices and I was genuinely impressed with the iPhone's performance. Galaxy does give you the option to play at ultra frame rate, which the iPhone doesn't. Even though at that, the iPhone feels smoother and faster during gameplay. The frame rate is stable from start to finish with no noticeable drop, which is a big deal for competitive gaming. Don't get me wrong, the Snapdragon 865 is still one of my favorite chip ever. In fact, it performs better than some newer Snapdragon processor in certain tasks, but when you compare it directly with the Apple A13 Bionic chip, the facts are facts. The A13 wins in terms of consistent real-world performance. Software is another area where the iPhone takes the win. iPhone 11 is currently running the latest iOS. It's also confirmed to receive the upcoming iOS 26. That is huge. It means iPhone 11 will be running the same software as the upcoming iPhone 17, putting a 5-year-old phone on the same level software-wise as the latest flagship. That is unmatched support. On the other hand, S20 FE currently runs Android 13 with One UI 5.1, which is already outdated. We are now at One UI 7, and unfortunately S20 FE is no longer eligible for any Android update. That means no Android 14, no 15, no One UI 6 or 7, basically no feature support. When it comes to long-term software updates, stability, then the iPhone 11 is a way ahead. I know some of you might be thinking, is Samsung going to win anything at all? Yes, Samsung is going to win. The iPhone 11 and S20 FE come with up to 256 GB of internal storage. But the key difference here is that Samsung allows for expandable storage via micro SD. That means you can add more space whenever you need it, something you can't do on iPhone. So in terms of storage flexibility, that is a clear win for Samsung. Moving on to the battery and charging, again, Samsung takes the lead here as well. S20 FE comes with a larger battery and faster charging speed compared to the iPhone 11. On top of that, it supports wireless charging and reverse wired and wireless charging, which means you can use this phone to charge other devices. iPhone 11 does not have wireless charging, not to even mention reverse wired or reverse wireless charging. Another thing worth pointing out is that iPhone 11 uses a lightning port, not USB Type-C, and honestly it does translate to the slower charging speed compared to the S20 FE, which uses USB-C, a more modern and faster standard that is also widely supported. When it comes to security and the unlocking method, both the iPhone and the Galaxy offers reliable option. S20 FE comes with an under-display optical fingerprint sensor, while the iPhone 11 uses Face ID. I think there is Face ID on Samsung too, but that one is not reliable. At the end of the day, both are secure, fast and responsive. There is the price, and trust me, there is huge difference here too. iPhone 11 currently goes for around 320,000 naira. That is for used iPhone 11. That is for a 64GB variant of iPhone 11. If you are paying the same amount, 320k for the S20 FE, you are actually getting a brand new device with 128GB of storage out of the box. That's double the storage for the same price, and it is new, not used. It gets even better if you don't mind going for a used Galaxy S20 FE. You can find one for as low as 250,000 naira or even less, making it significantly cheaper than the iPhone 11. 64GB on iPhone in 2025. I don't know how people are surviving with that. Storage fills up quickly these days. There is no option to expand storage on these iPhones, so you're just stuck with that 64GB. So in terms of pricing and the value for the money, Samsung definitely has upper hand. So that is my own take. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Are you familiar with the performance, or are you currently using iPhone 11 or Galaxy S20 FE? You can share your experience in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Then we catch you guys in the next one. Peace.